Hello friends, welcome to At My Happy Place. I am Sarika and in today's video I am sharing some DIY projects that I made with Dollar Tree Rope. So make sure you're subscribed to my channel and let's get started. For this project I am using a mason jar that I got from Dollar Tree and I'm spraying some spray paint on it. Spray paint is from Crayon in shade Seafoam and I have applied 2 coats of it and let it dry completely. Make sure that you do this in well ventilated area. Next I'm using this rope. It is also from Dollar Tree and I'm just tying it around the jar to kind of measure it how much I want and then cut it. For the fish net, you measure the height of mason jar and cut your rope 6 times the height of your jar. I'm using 6 ropes for this mason jar because this jar is kind of small, but if you have bigger jar, you can use 8 or 10 or more ropes if you want. Here are my 6 ropes, so I have singed all the hair with the help of lighter. Now I'm taking that short rope and loosely tying it around the lip of my jar. Do not tie that knot tightly because you will be attaching your vertical pieces of rope to this, so it will get easier if this rope is not tight. Now take that long rope and fold it in half like this and take the loop end and stick it up underneath the rope around the lip of the jar. Next, what you are going to do is bring the ends of the rope through this loop and pull it tightly. So as you can see there, I am bringing the ends through that loop and just pull it tightly. I will show it one more time. Take that loop end and now I am going to attach this to the opposite side of the rope that I just tied. So again, take that loop and bring your ends through that loop and just pull it tightly like this. So I'm going to continue around the jar and I will tie all my vertical ropes to it. Now that I have attached all my vertical pieces, I'm untying that rope around the lip of the jar and tying it tightly this time and cut the excess rope. To tie the knots on netting, take one piece of rope from 2 adjacent vertical strands. So one piece from here and one piece from here. Pull the ropes tightly. It should look like a V. Let me zoom in. Yeah, that's better. So now make a loop like this. Again, bring the ends through the loop and pull them tightly. You can move this loop up and down too. Once you think the height is perfect, pull the knot and secure it tightly. Moving on to the next knot. So this time I'm making sure that this knot is at the same height as my previous knot. So again, pull those ropes tightly, make a loop, bring those ends through that loop and secure it tightly. I will continue this around the jar and then show you the next step. Now when you are tying the next knot, again you are going to take 2 strands from adjacent ropes and your rope should form a diamond shape. Try to keep them all at the same height and I will continue this around the whole jar and I will meet you up. Once I tie all my ropes at the end, I am cutting the excess rope and then we will glue this to the jar. Before you glue the ends, pull them tightly. It will give nice tight look to your fishnet. Otherwise, it will look loose. After you glue the ends, check that your jar is standing nicely like this. Perfect. Then I'm also covering this top part with rope and I'm just applying glue here and there in between and cover the whole top part. For the handle of the jar, I have decided to make a braid. So I'm taking these 3 ropes and tying a loop at the top and just braiding it like this. Here is my braid. I have made it little bit longer and then I will tie a knot at the bottom too. I am cutting the excess rope, then I will glue this handle to the jar. I have also made another jar like this with different color. Then I will add 80 light candle in it and my fishnet mason jars are ready. Next DIY is using this nautical rope that I got from Dollar Tree, this disposable plate and glue gun. I'm starting by putting a lot of hot glue at the center and then I'm going to glue that rope. So for this first part, just pinch your rope and press it down on that glue and create kind of a loop or a small circle. Once it stays in its place, I'm going to put some glue around that loop and then I'm going to wrap that rope around it in circular pattern. Now for the first few rounds, I'm going to put glue around that whole circle and once I'm done with 2-3 rounds, I'm gonna add some glue in between, making sure that the rope is tightly wrapped so that I cannot see that disposable plate behind it. So I'm done with my first rope and now I'm going to add the second one. Here I'm really making sure that both the ropes align very well and you cannot spot the difference between the two. And I'm going to continue with that circle. Now I'm adding my third rope and here I notice that this rope is little bit bigger than the other two, but anyways, that's okay. I'm just going to add it and see how it looks. When you're adding this rope on the edge, make sure you're pressing it down on that rope which is underneath it. Otherwise, you will see some gaps in between. So continue to wrap this rope until you get to very outside edge. Make sure to really go around that plate so that you don't have any of the plate showing from the top. Now I'm going to cut the remaining rope and glue it in place. Here I have noticed that there is a little gap in the center, so I'm just going to cover it with little bit of rope. Then I'm going to take that remaining rope and I'm going to cut it in the middle and I'm going to make some handles with it. So I'm just randomly going to glue that to the one side. Now I'm going to take the other part and glue it on the opposite side, making sure that these two handles align with each other. Then I'm going to add this duct tape to the back of those handles to give it some extra support. Then by using a lighter, I'm going to singe off those rope hair and extra glue strings. It gives it a smooth finish and rustic look. Be careful with this step and don't burn your plate. And my farmhouse rope tray is all ready. In this next project, I will decorate these LED candles. These are from Walmart. And for decorating, I will use this buffalo check ribbon and some rope. Just wrap that ribbon around the candle for measurement and cut it accordingly. I had to use 2 pieces as this ribbon was not thick enough. If you want, you can just use 1 piece or get a thick ribbon or whatever is your style. I will apply some hot glue and glue those pieces to the candle. Sometimes you can make a beautiful decor by just putting simple things together. You can see here all the colors are neutral and you can use these candles all year long. They will go with any decor and look beautiful. Then I will wrap that Dollar Tree rope in between those 2 pieces so that I can hide that unevenness and it will look seamless. I'm just adding glue at the starting point and at the end point of this rope. Next, I will make a bow from that same rope. Now for this look, I didn't use a lighter to singe all the rope hair. I just trimmed those hair. This gives kind of a rugged look to those candles. Again, apply some hot glue in the center and glue that bow over there. And cut any of the excess rope. I repeated the same process for the second candle and here is the result. I like how the ribbon and rope gives a farmhouse look to these candles. For the next decor piece, I chose this hurricane vase also from Dollar Tree, and then I had this leftover rope from other projects, so I'm using that. But you can totally create this same look with Dollar Tree rope. Now all I'm doing is wrapping that rope around this vase. I will apply a hot glue as I wrap cause this rope is little bit big and I don't want it to unravel. So first just secure the starting point and apply hot glue as you go. I ordered these starfish from Amazon. They are so beautiful and you get 10 in one pack. So I'm just attaching that starfish here with some hot glue. Then I will add some pebbles and on top of that I'm going to add some sand. I love this DIY so much. You get that nautical vibe and it has that high-end rustic look for just few bucks. Last step is to add candle in it and your DIY nautical candle holder is ready. Thank you so much for watching. If you like these DIYs, please hit thumbs up button, subscribe to my channel and I will see you guys soon. Bye.